Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Big Brother 27, BB 27, Week 2, Elimination Night, Thursday night eviction. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. So let's get into it. The end of the episode, Will, Adrian on the block, and Amy goes home.
Yeah. I mean, I think we predicted in the last episode, like, Adrian probably is going to win just
Mm,
when you fair up competition.
mm,
Just like ability between him, Will, and Amy. I suspected that Adrian would win. Not that Amy and Will couldn't.
mm,
But yeah, and then when I saw it was a puzzle, I was like, yeah,
mm.
Adrian definitely got this. Uh,
I thought like it
so
could have been any of them when I saw that it was a puzzle and it was such a big puzzle. But like I did like his style of bringing multiple
yeah,
puzzle
that's
pieces
what put
at.
him above the curve.
Yeah, but it was just like they were all kind of there, but it was just like at the same time it was like, yeah. But I didn't want
Yeah,
them to
when Will,
win. I was like, I want it to be
no,
Will and Adrian on the block. I wanted to see how that vote was gonna pan out. And I
that
feel
would have
like
been a
Will
split
would have
vote.
stayed, but it would have been a split vote. Yeah. I don't like this house. I don't like house votes. So I do not want us to move into a trend
Yeah,
of house votes because with
yeah.
this house I could see it because everybody's so individual, you know?
We shall see coming up on this next week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I want to see Adrian play. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see him just grow a little bit in the
Mm-hmm.
game. I
Mm-hmm.
also want to see Will play.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, she said it on her exit interview, like her being attached to Rachel was just a
Mm-hmm.
detriment of her game on top of
Mm-hmm.
the Ashley thing, in week one. So
Yeah, because I never liked them blaming Rachel. I mean, I get it, but I'm saying like I think beyond that, like she put herself in like the crosshairs in the beginning. So I don't like them blaming Rachel. I do think like I could see it contributed, but look at your own stuff first too, you know?
yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Like, I don't like them blaming her either. I
Mhm.
think but it makes it like an easy
Mhm.
reason, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Something that you
sure.
don't have to really explain. I
Mhm.
also think too, I'm just like, if y'all want to weaken Rachel, just put her on the block. Just put her on the block. Like,
No,
just put her
that's
on the block,
real. That's real.
Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
wonder if
So
Amy would have ever pitched that. But ain't like, did they tell him that she was the accomplice when she left out? I don't remember
no, I
hearing
was I was
that.
thinking that
Yeah,
too. No, I didn't hear it. So
yeah.
hopefully it's something that still lingers in the game.
Well, I wonder what this is my thoughts on it. I feel like they didn't set this accomplice up to just have this accomplice do nothing. I think he's gonna recruit someone else personally. So we'll see, and then maybe they'll
Maybe
have more
maybe it'll be like
stuff.
last season where we get to vote on who we want
Oh,
to have the power,
maybe,
and then that
maybe.
person will become the accomplice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who America vote. They probably would vote Vince or somebody. I don't know because Vince seems sneaky or Jimmy. They
Hopefully Ava.
Ava, maybe. I don't know, but I can't tell. So like, I feel like the America's vote tends to be run by who watches the show and the casual viewers versus the live feeders. So I feel like the casual viewers haven't seen a much of a reason to like
Yeah, I can
Ava.
see
Yeah,
that.
sorry. I think that maybe Rachel might take. Maybe I don't know. I don't know where the casual viewers are right now. So I don't know. But yeah, that moment with the wheel and the chocolate drop and then Julie was like the lemon drop. I was like, ah!
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. And she was like, "Simmer down, pipe down. We not about to play into this too much." It was a good little
I don't
comeback
know.
though, for
I don't know.
sure.
I don't know. It felt like a little like a touch of like I can't make the
I
joke,
mean, what was she
but
gonna say? Strawberry drop?
no, but I'm saying like I'm like I don't think as a non-Asian person, I don't think I could make that joke. I think that would be an off-color joke. So I guess she could make it as an Asian
Yeah,
person, but
yeah,
it's
maybe.
still
Yeah, I
kind
see
of
what you're
like it's a
saying.
little off-color. Like I don't know. But either
Yeah, yeah,
way,
yeah.
it was an interesting situation. But yeah, and then I was just like I was like not I'm gonna bring up her BBL. Cool down, let me mention it.
All right, child, bring it up because when she was When she was playing that damn
Okay.
blockbuster, I said, "God
Wait.
dog."
I know. Okay, okay. I've been noticing, like, I know Amy has like had work done, but this was the first time that I saw like her Cardi B butt, because I was like, what? What's happening back here, Amy? Because she had like on
Yes,
sweatpants, like leggings, and I was
the
like,
leggings.
okay, there was a lot going on with that. I was like, okay, Amy, okay. But yeah,
Yeah, that thing is big, bodacious. Okay, she
yeah.
paid money for that one. All right.
She
It's
did,
sitting,
yeah.
it's sitting, and it's big. So I'm like, if this is what you wanted, then you paid good money for it, girl, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
there.
it's definitely there. But yeah, so do we want to get into the alliances and the relationships and where we are? Now, at the end, we're gonna get into some spoilers, but we'll let you know, give you plenty of time to exit if you don't want any spoilers, any live feed spoilers. But right now, we're just gonna talk about the episode, and the relationships. Morgan, Jimmy, and Mickey. Thoughts on how this was portrayed?
Yeah, I mean, in the last episode, right, they didn't really get to show how annoyed Mickey and Morgan were. This
Mm.
episode, they did a little bit more. It
Mm-hmm,
still
mm-hmm.
wasn't their, full reaction that they had,
Yeah.
but that little moment where they kind of iced them out, I was like, y'all could have stretched this out. Like, how long did this silence sit? Because I want to know. I want to know how this happened.
But it's interesting because I wonder, and I guess we can get into Catherine and Lauren a little bit too. But I wonder how how this edit is coming off for the casual viewers, right? Because like essentially, it still hasn't hammered home the point that like they brought up alternatives to him. It just still seems like they don't like his stuff, and it's kind of like, well, next time when HOH, like I feel like a casual viewer could take that from this, and I don't want it to be like that because I don't think that that's accurately how it happened. I think that they expressed
Right.
like these are the people we want to see on there, and he was like, no, no, no. So I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like,
making. I think the casual edit is making Mickey and Morgan seem like they're in the background of conversations and not
yeah,
in as many as they actually are. Like you from the show edit, you can't tell
yeah,
where Morgan and Mickey are placed in the house. Versus
yeah,
Catherine and Lauren, their strategic conversations like keep coming up, or like their relationship dynamic has been brought
been
up. I don't
brought
want to say
up.
keep because we're not,
Yeah,
yeah, we're not like that many episodes in, but they got their whole little segment last episode, and then they got this conversation they had this
yeah.
episode.
And they're not
So
doing that
yeah,
much in the house. Like they literally are not doing that much. I feel like the Catherine and Lauren are being put up a little bit, like they are doing stuff, and they're really, really doing a floater game, like just straight up, straight up. So that is that. One of the things though that was interesting in the edit was this keeping will of it all, right? And like how even Mickey and Morgan were like will over Amy, and um yeah, so I would have that's what I would have liked to see, that the Will versus Adrian just a little bit, but I didn't want to lose another good BB player because I do think Adrian is a good Big Brother player. Well, can be if he deals with this social game, and I think he is starting to make inroads, and so I think he's going to be somebody to look out for if they let him get you know too much of this
yeah,
his
no,
feet
I
under
I
him.
agree. I agree. And I do see what you're saying, right? Like if it was Will against Adrian, we would have seen like probably some firm lines
Mhm.
develop in the house, right? Because there
Mhm.
hasn't been, everything's been a little blurry. But I think
Mhm.
this vote would have definitely like probably solidified some sides for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
Even Adrian against Amy, I think would have been
I
a
think Amy
slight
would have
split
went
vote.
home. I don't even think it would
You
have been a.
still think you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Because like
Mm.
I mean they didn't really show it on the episode, but Morgan and Mickey were kind of off of Amy too, So it's like I think Amy would have left. Like I don't think
Yeah.
Amy just would have left. Period. Um, I think it would have been nice if she won the BB blockbuster and we saw the Will versus Adrian, but I think Amy would have left in either situation. Um,
Yeah.
I was surprised at the Rachel vote and the Ashley vote. I was like, I don't like that. Stand 10 toes down. Get that girl a vote. Like y'all out here being.
Yeah, y'all
It's
could
like
have gave her
everybody.
a sympathy vote, and nobody would have said y'all were on the wrong side of the votes because you could have easily said we already knew she was going home.
Yeah, and you dress for
Rachel
her
was damn
funeral.
near tearing up saying her name, girl. I mean,
Yeah.
saying Amy's name. So just give her the vote.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't like these house votes.
Also, I think that it was interesting to see how kind of everybody had a different person they wanted to keep. Zach was like, I want to keep Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan and Mickey, they wanted to keep Will.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel wanted, and Ashley wanted to keep Amy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely an interesting week for conversation. So the fact that
Mm-hmm.
they settled in on one, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, I feel like if the house settled in on one, there was no escaping it. Quite
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this episode or any other alliances? Like, what did they feature Keanu in this episode?
No, we got a break from Keanu and Kelley. Okay,
Yeah,
rightfully so.
yeah.
Rightfully so.
I
Put some other people on my screen.
They did show a little bit of Kelly Vince, didn't they? Or was that the episode before? Like Kelly Vince, he was like, "You gotta have a little crazy in you." Was that the episode before? I don't know. They're running together. When he was like, they were in the bathroom and she was just like, and she was like, "Rah, rah, rah," like a dog, "Rah, rah, rah," on him. Remember
Oh God, I
Kelly?
don't even
Oh,
remember.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember.
Let's just go to the spoilers. So I think that's the episode. We're gonna get into the new week, starting with the new HOH, all the different things. So if you do not want to be spoiled, you can exit now, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And welcome to the spoiler section.
Yes.
But yeah, yeah. So you want to start with the new HOH before, or we want to start with some old last week stuff? New HOH.
Yeah,
Oh,
new HOH child. That's what we here for. Okay, it's a new week. It's a new HOH, and guess who
yes.
won? Lauren. Boo. Now let me
That's
stop.
interesting.
Let me stop booing these people.
I know, right? It's interesting though. I'm wondering what Lauren's gonna be like as an HOH because she is the one who everybody go to her. Who you gonna vote? I don't know. I'm so torn. I'm so torn. Like she's literally in the middle, and she talked about it in the episode trying to stay in the middle. It's like, girl, why are you trying to win then?
Yeah.
Because you gonna have to expose your
Right.
hand. All these people trying to win HOHs, and they have to expose themselves. Like if you don't want to expose yourself, your game should not be to win HOH.
Literally. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, ideally in my mind, I'm like, go ahead and put Keanu and Kelley up because no one is
Mm.
going to miss them.
Mm.
I don't know who her third pick would be. Hopefully, it's none of the girls, especially with this relationship that she has with Catherine.
Catherine.
And Catherine, she mentioned like, I just can't like her exit thingy for Amy. Did you watch the exit messages?
Yeah.
When she
She was
was
like, you can't
like,
prioritize mine.
I just know I'm gonna be at the bottom of the all girls thing. It's just, I don't like Catherine. I think that I solidified that this episode for sure, for sure. I
Yeah.
don't know if she has any comeback for me. But yeah, with Catherine potentially being in Lauren's ear because they seem like they are each other's
Mm-hmm.
somewhat number ones. At least
Mm-hmm.
Lauren is Catherine's number one. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how that's gonna go in terms of the rest of the girls because
Mm-hmm.
they are clearly here for the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is
know.
interesting because Catherine's opening was just like she is a feminist and da 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 da, and it's like, but you want to work with all the guys, you want to get out all the women, you don't
A
know how
feminist
to.
pick me.
Yeah, it's like it's given like what's happening. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't like Catherine from the shower gate situation because it felt a little like she came in hot. It just felt like a lot, and it's something about her. And so I don't know if we covered this in a previous spoiler, but Ava and like was it Mickey or Morgan? They bonded over
Yeah,
like
Ava and Mickey were like,
yeah, I'm not gonna
boy.
say it, but like I don't like, and like you say it first, Catherine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
yes.
it's like it's
That was such a
interesting,
homegirl moment to me. I was like, Ava, she could be in any circle. I know she just get along with folks. You know what I'm saying? Especially our circles.
right?
I
I
feel
ain't got
like
time.
she can come to the
Yeah,
cookout. I feel
I ain't
like
got
Ava can come
time.
to the
I ain't got time.
cookout.
She's very, yeah, she's very like very soulful, very soulful, very soulful. And so I am hoping that Lauren does not put up like a Mickey or a Morgan because it's given that if somebody's going to take a shot over there first, I think it's Morgan. Like I think it's Morgan. So we'll see who the third nominee will be because I do agree with you, Keanu and Kelley We'll see what the third nominee is going to be, but I think Catherine's going to be in her ear. And
Yeah.
like, I think Catherine has voiced definitely Morgan and Mickey, but I wonder if she's voiced Mickey over Morgan or Morgan over Mickey. I think whoever she feels like over the other is going to be the one. But I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know who's her third nominee. I honestly don't know. I feel like if
Yeah.
she,
This
it
is
would,
all just predictions.
yeah, I feel like if she came, if she wanted to really go hard, Mickey and Morgan would be probably, you know, her third, but I just don't know. Like, I wonder if she. How do you think about Rachel? Do you think she would put Rachel up, just being like, "You're just such a
She might
big
put Rachel. She might
threat"?
even put Ashley up. I'm
Oh,
hoping though.
Ashley, girl, Ashley's the third one. I
Yeah.
forgot about Ashley. Ashley's the third one for sure. I think
I am hoping
personally.
though, like for sure though, that if Zach is in Catherine's ear, I mean in Lauren's ear at all, that maybe he's like, no, like I want to protect Morgan, and in protecting Morgan, I want to protect
Oh,
Mickey, and then therefore they will be off the table at the very least. But
I don't know about Mickey. I
who?
could see Morgan being protected by Zach, but I don't know about Mickey. But I think everybody, I think Ashley's that third nominee. I totally forgot about Ashley. Ashley, I think she's that third nominee. I think she's rubbing everybody the wrong way. Vince,
Yeah,
Zach hates her. Zach hates her. And oh yeah, Ashley is that. Ashley's the third nominee. That's where it's going. And hopefully that wakes
yeah.
Ashley the fuck up because she keeps thinking
No,
that
honestly, she thinks she's in a good
and she
spot.
thinks she can trust them. She cannot. She needs to firmly get onto the Rachel, all of them side. But we'll see. But yeah, I think that's where she will go. I think
Yeah,
that's where she'll go.
probably, probably.
Yeah.
So some other things that happened was Rachel, she had an emotional moment after Amy left, and she was just like, she feels like she's a bad mom, and it was kind of like in relation to her not being able to uphold her legacy because
Mm,
she has not won any competitions,
mm-hmm.
and with her not winning any competitions, she feels like Amy essentially is just on the block or just went home. Her friend just went home because of her
Mm-hmm.
closeness to her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she was talking to Morgan about that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any thoughts about that? I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, Rachel's always been an emotional player, emotional person, so I could see that very much. And then also, she's a mom now. She's in a very different position than when she played the last time because I don't think she played after season 12 and 13. I can't remember, but I don't think she played after that. And so at that point, she was not a mom. Now she has kids, and you know, I can see her being torn about leaving them for so long. I just sympathize with her. You know what I mean? I don't think that she's being a bad mom at all, especially like, they have a dad, Brendan's there. So,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
see
yeah.
her every day.
Agreed.
She doesn't get to see them, but they see her every day, and she can have
Right.
little cam talks with them. I don't know if she does, but yeah.
Yeah. Another interesting thing, just in the Ashley of it all, Ashley was talking to Mickey, and she was like, "Oh my God, Morgan just really, really likes Zach." And Mickey was like, "How do you know this?" And she's just like, "Because she just sits there, she's like this, like in awe of him." And Zach was like, we have like this brother sister thing, and he said like, "What if we hook up?" or something to that effect. And she was like she gave this look, and then he said something else, and she gave this look, and it was just like again, like, girl, you're not reading the room. You're not reading the room. Not only just because Mickey and Morgan are really close, but it's just like if you're gonna talk about somebody liking somebody, maybe
Mm-hmm.
not bring yourself into it and the
Mm-hmm.
interactions that this man is having with you,
Mm-hmm.
and using that as your evidence for why somebody might like that guy, you
Hold
know?
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. What was the interactions Zach's having with her?
So Ashley was talking about like her interactions with Zach that were happening right in front of Morgan. And Ashley, when she was talking to Mickey, she was like, "Yeah," and he said this little comment because we have like this brother sister thing going on, and like so he said something about like, "What if we hook up?"
Or
Like I
him
guess
and
it's like a running.
Zach and
And
Ashley?
Ashley, yes, I
Zach
guess
don't
it
like
was
Ashley as a person. I don't understand this. I missed
right,
that.
right,
Okay.
right, right. Yeah, I gotta send you the clip, but yeah,
Yeah.
this is how Ashley is talking to Morgan about the situation and why she
Okay.
feels like um no, this I'm sorry. This is Ashley talking to Mickey about the
Mm-mm.
situation and why Morgan really likes Zach. But it was just like, girl, like this ain't how you do it. Just say, she
Mhm.
seems smitten or she seems like she
Mhm.
really likes him because of the way she looks at him or
Mhm.
they're always kind of touchy.
Mhm.
Another thing though that did happen in the episode, we didn't bring this up, was when Morgan and Zach were talking. They had that little
Oh, and they
hug, that little
hug. Yeah, yeah,
embrace
yeah,
afterwards. So I was
yeah.
like, is he leading her on a little bit?
Uh.
Like, what's going on there? Also in the live feeds, there's a moment where he's like leaned back and he's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, can you feed that to me?" And she does it. So
Mm.
who
I
knows?
mean, I
Who
think
knows if
he.
that's budding?
Yeah, I think he could be interested in her. I just think he's more interested in Lauren. But I don't know how. I haven't been paying attention to where that's gone on the feeds and stuff like that. I haven't seen that. But speaking of Ashley, before Amy left, her, Amy, and Rachel were like in the bathroom and they got into this little tense thing. Did you see that?
No, what
Yeah, it was like a
happened?
little tense moment. And it was like, Ashley, read the room. Again, Lauren was in there. And Rachel was saying to her, like, basically, Catherine, I'm not sure if she's been like, she doesn't seem to be down for this, like, keep Amy and like, she doesn't seem to be down for the all girls thing or whatever. And, so I'm not sure, she kind of, doesn't seem to be her vibe. And then Lauren was like, oh no, I haven't heard her say anything like that. And then like, Rachel's like, I mean, I don't know. It may be something, like I wouldn't like. Maybe she said something about like having a conversation with her about it or whatever. And she's like, just maybe you should ask her about it because it's definitely coming off like she's not, you know, like coming off a certain way. And then Ashley was like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have a conversation with her about that. And then it was like Rachel was like, I mean, I think she and like I think she could and she should maybe did it and it was like no, I wouldn't do that. It was just like this direct like okay like and Lauren was kind of caught in the middle and then like it was just kind of tense and like it's like Ashley again doesn't read the room but it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think anybody who is positioning themselves next to Ashley or adjacent to Ashley, they need to give her information. Like they need to let her know what is going on so she can keep her mouth shut.
But
You know what I'm saying?
and
Like,
and that's the thing is like in that exchange because Amy was there too, and like the issue became when Lauren left, and they were like, "What are you doing?" or whatever, and then she was like, I just wouldn't do all this. I wouldn't get into this he said, she said stuff about whatever. And then she was just like, what are you talking about? Like, you are the person who told us that was going on. That was what was Catherine. And she was like, well, I mean, that's what they said, or that's what. And so, but we didn't hear it. And she's like, people are saying it. She's like, no, we heard it from you. You're the one. So why are you talking about like you don't get into he said, she said when you're the one bringing it? She's like, well, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And so it's kind of like there is a little bit of like it's a little bit of stuff and then Zach like I said doesn't like her because it's getting back to him that she's saying like Zach, Vince, Mickey, and Morgan are in an alliance. And then Kelley told Vince told Zach told Morgan about it, but Morgan isn't picking up that Ashley isn't on there. Like Ashley's not best. Like
right.
she's not picking up something
Yeah.
about the Ashley is a problem here piece of it. And that's why Zach is kind of telling it to Morgan, like, guess what she said about us. And they're all kind of just like missing the boat with the information being said. They're like selective hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is the problem, right? Like there's no solidified alliances. All of
Mm-hmm.
these like individual like
Mm-hmm.
half conversations are happening.
Mm-hmm.
There has yet to be like a real alliance meeting of the
Mm-hmm.
season. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like everything is all over the place. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this is a consequence of no structure like
Yeah.
at all in the house.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when you have trust somebody that you're also supposed to be aligned with, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't there's no group conversations where everybody can like put on the table what they know and
Mm-hmm.
then they each what I'm saying do
Yeah.
something with that information,
Yeah.
like or like have tasks like okay, you talk to this person about this, we're not going to share this part with this person. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't have any of that going on. So
Mm.
yeah, they about to piss me off because they need to get it together. Like
I
I'm trying
know.
to root for the girls and I'm like this
Uh,
could be a solid Well, I don't even know anymore. I don't know if it could be a solid girls alliance.
They don't know
At this
they're
point, I'm
down
just
one. They're already down Amy
yeah,
because it's like they
yeah,
literally would have to bring in like Keanu, and I don't think they can at this point. Maybe because I just think Keanu's too not seeing things clearly. He's too wrong about his reads that he's not going to embrace them. So I'm a little concerned about the Mickey, Morgan, Ashley, um, them side of the house. Like I will say this, Jimmy has seeming like he's moving kind of back into this space of the other side of the house because I think that like he kind of realized when he put up Adrian and Adrian's his target and they're not trying to take Adrian out like the Catherine Lawrence side of it. They're trying to keep him. I think he kind of got a little disillusioned about where his influence was on that side of the house a little bit. So I don't know. I think he's kind of a little bit back, but you know, we'll see. We'll see this week. Any other
yeah,
spoilers?
yeah. Yeah, I think the last one was just a kind of little like slightly cringe moment. Catherine and Riley were in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Um, Riley came in while Catherine was brushing her teeth, and she was like clearly was spooked by it. She was like, "Oh my god, like you scared me."
Mm-hmm.
He comes behind her, hugs her from behind. She's
I
trying to
missed
walk out the
this.
bathroom. He's like, "Oh, you're not gonna give me like a real hug?"
That's what
It's too much.
like that's what happens when
It's
you do
too
not
much.
put a man in the friend zone properly. Like she trying to like he keeps telling her I'll give the veto to you. I'm here to win you $750,000. It's like okay, you know it's nice to keep that type of person in your back pocket, but at a certain point you do have to get a little clear with him. Like you making maybe not you say you're making me uncomfortable if like but at that point if it gets to that uncomfortableness yes but to stamp it out you got to be like look I really adore you I
I'm
think you're
here to
great
play.
but
Yes.
I'm not that's not where my interest is. I'm not trying to be in a showmance and so if we can be friends we can be friends but if you're looking for something more that I can't do. You got to be clear with these men. You got to put them in their friend zone because that shit
Yes.
bruh
Yes. And
stop.
I'm like, girl, you would not be startled if it was somebody that you didn't mind being around you. You startled because you like, what's gonna happen? Dun dun dun. Like,
Not you dun
play
dun
some
dun.
ominous music. Like, insert ominous music.
I know. So it's interesting. Glad you yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see that one. I just thought you were about to talk about
Yes.
how him being so over her and like so gone over her and like he's down bad. Like but you've seen a little I don't know if it's real. So this is just allegedly, but somebody had a little reel talk about he owes back child support and allegedly owes
Got
back
a
child
baby
support.
on the way,
Allegedly has a baby on
allegedly.
the way, has a baby that hasn't been mentioned. I don't know. But I was like, it's a little bit messy. So,
It
somebody
is. I've
get
seen a few people talking about it. I don't know if it
really.
really has legs,
Mm.
like
Because I would
it's
think
nothing you could do about it's like nothing you could do about this information. I'm like, we ain't got story time with Ricky or Jesse Wu pulling
to
up receipts,
investigate, yeah.
having conversations with
What's his
people,
real
being real
name?
journalists.
Yeah, no, but it's interesting because it's like you don't even know if like 'cause he could have it could be somebody else, O'Reilly, whatever his first and last name is. Even if it shows up in like court records or something like that, it could be another one. It may not be him or whatever. But
Right,
I need to see pictures, like if the girl
right,
come out with some
right.
pictures and
Baby
like
shower pictures, maternity
yeah,
shoots,
yeah,
like
yeah,
something.
that sort of thing. But anyway, until next time though, I don't think we have anything else. So like,
Yes.
subscribe, yeah,
Like, subscribe, hit that
notification
notification bell so you
bell.
can stay tuned, and we will
Mm-hmm.
see you for the next episode.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Bye.